Hey, let's do a different kind of ornament. So for this I have chosen this large medallion. Then I cut the front of the medallion so I would see the inside of the medallion. For this I use plastic cutter, and then I painted the inside of the medallion and outside of the medallion with white paint. Let it dry between two layers, and then I chose a rice paper. I have this custom rice paper printed out, so I have chosen this one, and I glued one inside my ornament, of course. So I applied a little bit of decoupage glue inside the ornament itself. Then I cut up the rice paper in few places so it will fit better inside the ornament. Then I have decided which way I wanna to glue it on, and then I made sure it is kind of even inside my ornament, and then with good amount of decoupage glue I just glued the whole rice paper inside the ornament. I didn't speed up this process because I just wanted to see you guys how it looks in real time, the gluing, how it is in real time. So, and I was also making sure there is no bubble or bubbles. So, and the same way I did it on the other side of the ornament. I tear up the rice paper in few places for better placement onto the ornament, of course. Then I applied decoupage glue on the surface of the ornament, of course, and then I placed the rice paper on it, and of course glue it on with more decoupage glue. And by gluing, make sure there is no excess of the glue, of course, because that will dry out white, not clear. And again, I didn't speed up this process, so you can see how it goes. So I slowly went around my ornament, making sure there are no wrinkles. Of course, if you don't like it, you can lift it up a little bit and then place it the right way. And if I have seen a wrinkle is forming, I took my scissors and I cut a little bit deeper inside of the rice paper, and then I glued it on. And the next step was applying glitter decoupage glue on both sides of my ornament. So of course inside the ornament and outside as well. And again, I let it dry. After it was dry, it was time to seal my ornament, and for this I am using pouring glaze. And I applied so 4-5 layers of the glaze, let it dry between each layer for nice shiny look. Of course, you can use varnish as well. And now it is time to decorate the sides of my ornament, and for this I am using Stamperia flexible molds in steampunk style, air drying clay, and everything will be glued with express glue from Pentard. So I have chosen this steampunk style, then making sure it fit on my ornament, and then I went ahead and glued it on, and I took off the excess of the clay because I didn't want it to be on my rice paper itself. The same way I did the other one, I just roll out the air drying clay inside my flexi mold, and then I glued it all on my ornament. Then I have these molds. I have chosen this mold from Stamperia and Prima mold because I was thinking they are kind of matching my steampunk theme, and I was going for the 3D look, of course. So firstly I glued some of my houses inside the ornament, of course, and again I use express glue from Pentard to glue it on, and then again the other mold from Prima Redesign, I use this one as well to give a nice touch of steampunk as well. I also prepared some clay inside my Stamperia steampunk molds, and I let it dry inside there. After my clay was dry on my ornament, I firstly painted it all with brown paint, and I took off any excess of the brown paint with a wet towel. And as usual, all materials I use will be listed in description box below. If I cannot find the same exact mold I used, I will be listing something similar to it there. And if you like this kind of videos, please do give me a nice comment or a thumbs up, and please do subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me and it helps me grow. And of course, if you have any questions at all, just ask and I will be more than happy to answer those. And if you need help with decoupage, ask away as well. Don't be shy, don't be shy. And the same way I painted the images, I let dry inside my Stamperia mold. So firstly everything was painted with brown paint, and I took any excess of the paint with wet towel as well, and then I let it all dry before I started to paint it some more. And for this I am showing you some paints I wanted to use. Not all have been used, but yeah, these are all acrylic paints, and I just painted it the way I was feeling it will match the rice paper inside my ornament and outside my ornament, as you can see. So it is really the feeling you get when you see your creation in front of you, and then you start thinking on how you gonna paint it. So this is the way I am painting my steampunk inspired ornament. With a sponge dabber, I applied more paint on my houses and everywhere else as well. Then, of course, I painted my steampunk girl. What is it? She's called, what is she? She's called Lady Vagabond, I think. Lady Vagabond, yeah. So, yeah, I painted her. And of course, I painted the other stuff as well. Well, here are the items I wanted to use inside my ornament, but firstly, of course, I sealed the clay part with matte varnish, and of course, I didn't use all the items I prepared, but that's okay, that's okay. So, better to have more than something is missing, right? Okay, of course, I sealed my items as well, and after everything was dry, I just used some wax paste to put a little bit of shimmer on my clay part of my items, and of course the ornament as well. And then I start everything gluing on with heavy body gel and some styrofoam. And I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah, there were some few bad words by gluing these items onto the ornament, because it didn't quite stayed in the place. But if you don't move it, it will dry and then it will be fixed. And yeah, so be patient, but I am not patient, but okay. And yes, you can see I'm trying to find the right place for my vagabond lady. And then I also put the other items inside my ornaments the same way. And here you can see it all finished, my 3D steampunk inspired ornament. And on the other side you can see a little gear stuck on, and this was a mistake. I didn't want to put it there, but I forgot it's there. It had a glue on and it stuck there, so now it's there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, bye bye.